I think in its early years, people thought of OHA as a place where you would come and get some resources, grants, or funding. And that's, I think, how OHA saw itself in its early stages. The reality is that no matter how much money OHA has, it's never going to be able to address all of the needs in the community unless it starts focusing on systemic problems that create these needs. And our new strategic plan does just that. The focus is not so much on Band-Aid solutions, though we continue to provide grants to community groups. The grants are much more focused on reaching OHA's mission, which is to better the conditions of Native Hawaiians. And from a very systemic point of view, it's changing the public policies that have contributed to Hawaiians' inability to succeed in school, in economics, in business, and in health. And so these systemic changes will make our community a much healthier place. And when Hawaiians do well, the entire community does well. Because when any segment of the population is not doing well, it pulls down everybody else. So for us, it makes a lot of sense for non-Hawaiians to pay attention to what's going on in the Hawaiian community, because either you pay the bill or you enjoy the success, is how I see it. Well, my advice is to be honest with the trustees, to tell them to give your very best advice when they contact you, and to be as responsive as you possibly can. You know, it gets frustrating, I think, for anyone when a constituent calls and says, you know, what's going on here? And then the trustees, of course, are removed from what the administration does, so they have to give us a call and find out. So when we drag our feet in responding, that just adds to the frustration. So I think what's important is that we get an answer back to the trustees as quickly as possible so that they can contact their constituents, say, you know, here's what the truth is, this is what happened. So my advice is keep your BlackBerry on all day, all night, 24 hours a day, which is what I did. So if a trustee were to email me, I would give them a response as quickly as I possibly could. The good thing is that I think I'm a fairly quick study, so you know, making sure you keep up with, and of course, you know, that's a challenge. The topics are all over the place, and sometimes they're controversial and highly emotional. So, but your job is to stay on top of all of that, and also not so much getting caught up in the emotions, but really understanding at the essence, what are the issues? That's important.